The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to
Jared
award
Kushner?
the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to Maria Corina Machado.
I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and to President Trump for his decisive support of our cause. Yeah. You thought you could keep him from holding up the trophy, didn't you, Mehdi? All right, listen, we're going to change subjects really quickly and talk about the Nobel Peace Prize and who it does and does not go to.
The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to
Jared
award
Kushner?
the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to Maria Corina Machado.
There you go. But Mehdi Hasan thought the Nobel Committee actually, instead of, sending a message to, dictatorial regimes that are killing their countries, he thought the message was actually going to Donald Trump when he said they didn't just not give Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. They wrote a citation that reads like an anti-Trump rallying cry. Here's the citation that noted anti-Semite Mehdi Hasan referenced in this from the Nobel Committee. When authoritarians seize power, it is crucial to recognize courageous defenders of freedom who rise and resist. When authoritarians seize power. Did Donald Trump seize power, or was there an election? Because I thought there was an election. I also thought there was an election in 2020 that he thought he won, had a lot of reason to believe he won, had a lot of legal cases that I don't know, a lot of people thought he won. He left, and then he ran again. And he got voted in again. Is that seizing power? I don't think it's seizing power. Maybe, just maybe, they're not talking about Donald Trump and they're talking about Maduro. Maybe. But I could be.
And the defender of
in
freedom
the
who rose and resisted, Machado.
Yeah.
The person who they gave the prize to.
Mehdi Hasan immediately makes this about Donald Trump instead of making this about who it's about.
Some other people tried to do the same thing too.
They did.
We're
going to call him out in just a second. Give us a minute.
This is what we call a Stretch Armstrong take,
Oh, really?
A little bit of copium. Mehdi Hasan is such a... go ahead. I'm going to go.
Don't say bad words. You're going to regret it later. But he should probably delete this post here because Machado just dropped her response on X. This recognition of the struggle of all Venezuelans is a boost to conclude our task to conquer freedom. You just give her a second. It's broken up. To conquer freedom, to achieve freedom is obviously what she's looking for here. We are on the threshold of victory, and today more than ever we count on President Trump. And the people of these United States, the peoples of Latin America, and the democratic nations of the world as our principal allies to achieve freedom and democracy. I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and to President Trump for his decisive support of our cause. Yeah. You thought you could keep him from holding up the trophy, didn't you, Mehdi? No.
This is the country where those cartel boats that are
getting blown up on the daily,
controlled by the government, are being sent to America and being blown up on the daily by President Trump as a war crime. Is that
yes?
At the same
war criminal President Trump is also being given the Peace Prize by the people who are trying to overthrow the guy who overthrew the government and is subjecting all the people.
All right, now you confuse me, smart guy.
It's weird.
Trump has spoken glowingly of Machado in the past. He's always been on her side and very anti-Maduro. You cannot say the same about the Democrats.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we take, if we're the Democrats, oil sanctions off of Venezuela. I'm sure that helped Machado's case, didn't it?
I don't think it probably did at all. But listen, do me a favor. We actually have a couple of new shirts out. One is just do it. I love wearing this because it pisses people off because they don't know which way to go. Am I making fun of the Jews?
It cost $7,000.
It did cost. No, this post cost $7,000. We'll get that. I'm looking for the Jew money in my bank account. Still can't find it. Maybe one of you guys can help me. But also, the Left is Violent Change My Mind shirt is available now. That's the Change My Mind that we just did. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. You've got it on Tim right now. Listen, these are conversation starters. I love wearing stuff like this out in public. I really do. I'm pro-gun, Change My Mind. Jesus is Risen is probably the one that gets the most, or Jesus is the answer. Yeah, lots of stuff like that. Great conversation starters, so go there and check it out. But again, I love wearing this because they don't know which way I'm going. Is it that I'm saying they're short and they all dress like this, even if they're playing basketball and are going to hold that?
Well, I think it's funny regardless.
Or I'm like, the Jews. Or the Jews. I don't know. Which one is it?
My favorite shirt that you wear out in public is, it's been 160 years, black people. Get over it. Change my mind. It's a long shirt.
I mean, I think going to the HBCUs and saying something like that would get a good conversation started. We'd be able to sit down and talk about it.
Josh, you didn't see on the back of that, it also says this shirt was promised to me 3,000 years ago. He was a lot, so. It's all in good fun.
Big conversation.
Of course it's in good fun. We should be able to do this and have fun with it. And look, we'll disagree on some stuff. We'll have fiery conversations. But can't we all agree that Venezuela, we need to be supporting Maria Corina Machado? She's the Venezuelan opposition leader. She's the one trying to stand up to somebody who would kill her in a heartbeat if it wouldn't create more hers or if it was politically doable for him. She's promoted democracy against Maduro's dictatorship.
They arrested her.
Yes, this is not a bad choice. This is actually a very good choice. And look, with the timing of all of these things, I understand that a lot of people wanted to see President Trump get this. There are a number of reasons for him to be able to get that. That is also on the table for next year. I believe that his accomplishments warrant some kind of a recognition.
He's got more promises. Yeah. He's got more promises that he's working on right now.
Yeah.
So you get that Ukraine-Russia thing done.
Exactly.
You get a couple other things done.
Listen,
it's going to be hard to...
Vladimir Putin put out a video today about this. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah,
he's like, does this even mean anything anymore?
He's like, does Trump deserve the Nobel? I mean, he's working very hard to end the conflict in Ukraine. It's like,
well, you could... That's what I'm saying. You bastard!
It was a pretty good troll, to be fair.
It really was. But listen, I think this is a good choice. And even famed Nicolas Maduro supporter Sean Penn had to admit that Machado was a decent choice.
See, yeah, in my heart of hearts, I think she deserves everything.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And you agree with everyone here that you can't give her that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You can't give her that.
Yeah, maybe everybody's right.
Everybody is right, Sean. You can't give her what she needs. You've been supporting the other guy, you moron.
Smartest thing he's ever said.
Oh, man. But listen, we do have 12 Nobel Peace Prize nominations for President Trump from countries like Pakistan, Cambodia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and U.S. congressmen and senators. But here is where we call out people that would tend to align with us more and say, this isn't the reaction to have either. This was posted on X. Go ahead and pull that up. Laura Loomer, imagine thinking a woman who cries nonstop about Nicolas Maduro has done more for the world than President Trump. What an absolute joke. I understand that we want President Trump to win a peace prize. Actually, you know what I want more? I want peace more. I don't care about the Nobel Peace Prize. I care about what would drive getting a Nobel Peace Prize. And whether or not that is ever issued to President Donald Trump, I want his focus, my focus, and your focus, Laura Loomer, on making sure that we get more peace. And when people have the courage to stand up to a dictator, knowing that it could cost them every single thing they have in their life. I'm not talking about being kicked off of YouTube and not being able to make a living. That's bad enough. But nobody came knocking on your door to kill you because of your political opinions last year. Nobody locked you up simply for wanting freedom for your people. You weren't fighting a dictator. She is. Maybe shut up and sit down for a minute and realize that's good too. And see what happens next year with the Peace Prize. Maybe Donald Trump gets it. So, I want it too. But that's not how to respond.
This was just not, and I understand that she feels like she's a surrogate for Trump and saying things she can't. I think this is very misplaced. And she's done
great work.
She's done phenomenal work. But to shit on
this, shut up.
Well, yeah, I would just.
She's done this kind of thing multiple times, man. She comes from a good place. There was another thing a while back where the Army shares, they share a post, like an appreciation post of veterans of the past that they want to honor every week or whatever it is. And she's shit on them before because it wasn't the right person. And it's like, dude, you just.
Everyone just needs to take a couple beats and think before they write stuff on the internet.
It's true.
That would save a lot of people a lot of trouble.
Like I said, see, I summed it up. Shut up.
And
nicely.
This isn't the worst winter we've ever had.
No, it's not. Not at all. There's been way worse than this. But on this, it still remains. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. I didn't say that. Oh, that's a little far. A little far. That was comedy.
Jesse's here for a couple days and he's enjoying it.
Spicing things.
Have fun.
Listen. I'm happy. This is what we do on the right. We call each other out when we do something wrong. This wasn't the worst, most egregious overstep in history. But I want you to think a minute before you do this kind of stuff and, shut up. But there have been bad winners like Henry Kissinger, Al Gore. Can I get some dings? Come on, dang it. Yasser Arafat, Barack Obama, and Hans Landa.
That's
so excited.
It's like a reward. So I think.
Listen, maybe they overstepped on that one. I get it. Okay.
I think people might be confused why we included Henry Kissinger on here as a bad choice. Can I just run through his and why?
A little bit, yeah.
Why this prize has been irrelevant since
the Cambodians nominated Kissinger for it. Come on, you got to know that.
I know.
He won the award in, I believe, 73. Right? Is that correct?
Yes, 73.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, but in the 5 years preceding 1973, he ordered no less than 3,875 bombs dropped on Cambodia, which killed anywhere from 50 to 150,000 people, which also made the Khmer Rouge and Pol Pot completely possible. Because before we dropped all those bombs to smoke out the Viet Cong that were in Cambodia, there was no support for the communists in Cambodia.
Oops.
We kill a bunch of villagers and all of a sudden communism looks like not the worst.
Well, and that's another million-ish people from the Khmer Rouge.
And for his trouble, he was rewarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, listen, if you drop more bombs, you get more peace is what I've heard. So maybe that's
have peace without war.
So you create the war to get the peace.
Think about it.
And then you get the prize.
Hey, do you like what you saw? I don't know how because it's on YouTube and we have to cut all the good parts out. So you should tune in live weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on Rumble. We can still speak freely and even use words like and get and whoa. You've been here this whole time?
Yeah. Snuck in.